Now this is Emu, so you know it could just be like he only needs the bladed part to fuck niggas up. Like it doesn't. Now that I'm looking at it again, you know what it's kind of reminding me of? It's kind of reminding me of the Saturn. Now Emu has been very efficient, not fully, but the cape on his back has turned into wings. The way he used this weapon on the back end, it could support either or. I feel like now he's pulling from the same. I believe it's the Abyss. Luffy stomp steps in all cool like a fucking. All right, what's going on, y'all? Y'all know my name is Sweeze. Let's talk about this chapter 1180 Omen. Such a fitting title because that is really what that's really what there is to talk about. I know I said that wrong, but I don't really care. Crazy Dragon Ball news day the other day, by the way. Crazy. I actually don't even think I've watched those trailers yet. I might watch those at the end of this video and just react to them right now live. But why did I say that? Oh, I don't even know. Anyways, let's get into this chapter. So we got Emu. He touched down. We see his full design. Fucking crazy. We see all the hair this nigga got. It's all the way down his back. His hair looked like low-key look like devil fruit clouds. I know it's just like that's just Otis showing the luscious swirlishness of it, but I'm just saying it's the same pattern. We see a black ribbon curling around his pants, around his legs, which I think is honestly his tail. Yeah, no, that's not a black ribbon. That's his fucking tail. I thought it was a ribbon last chapter. This chapter, it seems to be his tail. He has like a kilt pelt loincloth like thing over his pants. You know, that shit is tough. It's black, and then it has another layer over it that is like a cropped layer of it, striped. Then he has a belt, pretty cool belt. Little fur at the top, big fur at the bottom, going into like the skirty thing. He got studs on the belt. I assume those are studs. And he has pretty sure this is like some kind of gold or silver ring, knowing this nigga. Even though we don't know this nigga. Then he has 2 rings hanging off the belt. One hanging off one of the studs, it seems like, or just the middle of the belt. Another hanging off the big fur. Cool ass clothing design with the what do you call this? I don't know why the word is escaping me. Is this just a cape? This isn't just a cape, right? Like there's something to this when it has a this, right? Or is this just a cape? I don't know. Drenched over his back. So tough. So that's it for the clothes. Super tough. We already saw the eyes and the horns. He got eyelashes like me, low key. Like he got the motherfucking You know what I'm saying? You see him? He got them goddams. He got polka dot tattoos all over his body, damn near. But it's in a formation. I mean, it's not in like a specific formation, but it's like it's uniform. Like it's columns and rows. It's not just random. Then he has it's like a stair pattern marching all the way up from, might even be lower than his lower abdomen to the top of his left horn. All right, so I'm assuming his left. And then we saw his weapon, but we see it even closer. It is a lance, a spear, a polearm, but the bladed part is zigzag, and then it goes into the curved blade at the end. Pretty cool. I personally am a big fan of this. Like, I mean, technically it's a square, but the way it's aligned on the weapon, you look at it as a rhombus, a diamond. I'm a big fan of that part. I don't know why, it's just pretty cool to me. And now we see the full thing. It may be wrapped all the way, or like that's just the design of it. Like, because normally with lances, pole arm spears, weapons as such, yes, the blade is the most important part of the weapon. Like it's the part that's gonna do the most damage, but the rest of those weapons, like every other bit of surface area, is useful for defense. So you don't necessarily want it to be like full grip strength everywhere. Now this is Emu, so it could just be like he only needs the bladed part to fuck niggas up. Like he would rather it be a full grip and look pretty and feel comfortable than having it be optimized for defense and being like an actual just like a metal rod. But what would be even crazier is if it's wrapped to contain something. But I'm not gonna harp too much on it because we don't know that much about this weapon yet. But yeah, that's the weapon. That's the tattoos. We've seen the horns, and then he has 3 skulls connected to what I assume is his tail. All right. So he comes in. Summers is in Gerd's hand. Emu like, what the fuck you got going on? He cuts off Gerd's fingers. Not fucking with that. Zoro and Howardin. I seen niggas, bro. Gerd's fingers gonna be back, bro. Like, y'all need to shut up. Zoro and Howardin try to blitz him. My boy, the spirit of Elbath, and the King of Hell. So Zoro actually goes with a King of Hell, 3-sword serpent Onigiri, Purgatory Onigiri. And Howardin doesn't get there. Howardin actually gets stopped by Stanson, and Emu cuts Stanson's foot off. Pretty much cuts his whole bottom half of his legs off. Just cuts it off right below the knee. So then Emu, now this is the only time he says omen in the chapter, but the only time he says omen while attacking, at least. But we'll break it down. But the attack Zoro gets hit with after he launches the Onigiri, Emu blocks it with his tail. Zoro got a long way to go for sure, because we know this is his, this is King of Hell. This is his max output. And I hope nobody was expecting him to do much here. Like, this is Loki and Luffy territory. And if Loki and Luffy can't do nothing with these niggas, hopefully they can. With this nigga, nobody can. But Zoro, Sanji, even Gaban probably never had a fucking chance. Anyways, blocks it with the tail and he says omen. And it's like he flicks a flame at this nigga. I think, now that I'm looking at it again, what it's kind of reminding me of? It's kind of reminding me of the Saturn iDiff shit. Am I crazy for thinking that? Because you can look at this 2 ways. You can look at it as he flicks something at him and it hit Zoro in the chin, or hit Zoro in his guard, and he recoiled so much that he started bleeding, right? Or you can look at it as exactly what happened with the Saturn iDiff, where he looked at him or he did the thing and it was instantly like, threw his head back and was coughing up blood with Sanji. So it might be that. And then he kind of prepares a different attack for Howardin. Like, the preparation is different. With Zoro, it honestly, even though it was named, it really was more casual. Like, he was looking away and he just had his hand like this. But with Howardin, he goes like this, and it's like he's lining it up, and when he shoots it, we see kind of like a weather ball, like what comes out of the climb attack, but like an evil weather ball. Like imagine like a weather ball possessed by a Ghastly, or like a Hunter or something, or like the shit from Mario. The little, what are the ghost things from Mario? I feel like there's 2 ghost things in Mario. The ones that fit this situation, goddamn. He flicks it at him. He explodes. Boom, 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 boom. Explosions on Howardin. So then, I believe from the black flames on his back, from the circle of black flames on his back, another circle of black flames extracts or comes out, whatever the fuck, and it attaches onto Summer's back. And then he goes, ah, yes, Omen. So he's clearly felt this before. He knows what it's called, and he tells Summers, Emu tells Summers to make haste. There's little time. Now, Emu has been very efficient since he's touched down. He's been very efficient. He has been thorough. Like, he hasn't been fucking around. You could tell he has been on a time limit, and he's trying to, like he said, show how a god rules. Like, he's trying to show these niggas, like, I'm about to come and fuck the shit up, take the shit over, and that's that. So now he's like, him and Summers take off. We see Summers go one way, we see him go another way, and we see in this page he already has wings on his back. Warning goes out to the island. Hey y'all, somebody even greater than the guys nice is here. We see Emu, and it seems like not fully, but the cape on his back has turned into wings, because the cape is kind of nowhere to be found. The tail is still wrapped around his back, and the circle of flames are still there, but he has wings. Now you can see the collar part of the cape, and the cape might just be tucked like in kind of like a compact position, like kind of in between and behind the wings, if that makes sense to y'all, like, or just like within all of his hair. But I don't know. Like, Oda, I get it. It's One Piece, and I can for surely suspend my disbelief for that. But like, it seemed like this goddamn cape turned into some fucking wings. Feel me? Because I feel like Oda would usually just draw the cape. But I don't know. What do y'all think? Now, then he sees Gunko in his ice, right? And he flips the weapon around, and this is why it's like it might just be a grip thing, but it might also, like, I feel like the way he uses this weapon on both sides, well, not on both sides, but on the back end, on the magic end, on the business end. I'm just playing y'all. The business end ain't the back end. Well, it depends on what type of back end you're talking about. If you're talking about back end with bag, that's the business end. Anyways, the way he used this weapon on the back end, it could support either or. I feel like he could want full grip strength on the weapon, because he's not really necessarily using the blade for, like, he's not really using the shaft of it, the pole of it, for defensive capabilities. He's using whatever he wants to bring out of this cloud, which I'm about to get to. Or it could be like, he's containing the powers of this cloud. Like, we might fuck around, see him unwrap this shit, and this shit manifests as something kind of its own. Who the fuck knows? But what I do want to say is that I do believe that this cloud and this black flame thing at the end of his weapon is the same thing as that grimoire that we're seeing him pull. Like, obviously it has to be. Now he's pulling from the same, I believe it's the Abyss. I think all of this shit is connected damn near now. Like, Lelouch, how he got here, what he's using with his staff, his wings, the grimoire he was using when he was in Gunko's body. Like, I think all of that is maybe not his wings, but also Omen. All of that is coming from the same place. It's coming from some like stockpile of, I don't know what it could be. Souls. They definitely have a monopoly on collecting fucking souls. So it could be souls. It could be like devil fruit energy. It could be something with hockey involved. It could be, I don't know. There's some real interesting stuff with the fact that but Whitebeard and Roger grew sick, that I've always wanted to explore. That me and like another friend have always like bounced around. Just a very playful idea about hockey kind of being poisonous the longer you use it, and the more you output. And that may be the case and tie in some way to what Emu has going on. Who knows? But this whole seems like subspace, stockhouse, storehouse of like cursed shit. It's interesting. it's interesting. Gabon says he never felt energy like this, and Luffy and Loki are stuffing their faces, as they should be, because they need to get into the action. Then killing him also seems to have received it before. He knows the title of it, because you can say maybe he said Omen within earshot of Summers. He did not say Omen within earshot of Killingham. Killingham says, "Thank you for the omen." He said, Sanji is like, "Who the fuck is that?" He tries to blitz him. Kicks. Imu blocks, I believe, with his knee. Sanji is pretty confused because his kick does like nothing. Like, there's a sound effect that says zap. He probably kicked straight hockey. And was like, what the fuck? Like, he probably literally couldn't even break through. Like, he probably kicked, like, not hockey on this nigga's knee. Y'all understand what I'm trying to say, right? Like, hockey in the air. Like, he probably couldn't even break, like, because you don't see a connection. You hear zap, and Sanji's like, huh? Like, the nigga probably kicked straight hockey. Then Imu spin kicks his ass. I don't even think he spin kicks him. He just, like, you know, he kicks him with the back part of his foot. Like, he extends out and then he swings back to kick him with the heel. And Sanji goes flying, explodes. Boom, boom, boom. And they're like, Sanji, no. Jinbei's like, what are these black flames? Imu, bro. The devil. The king of the king of the world. Anyways, Luffy steps in all cool like a fucking movie, like, protagonist, like showing up to goddamn, like, in the last scene, or like the second to last scene of the movie, to fight the main villain. You know what I'm saying? All cool and shit. I searched for the killer of my faithful servant Harold, who was slain here 14 years past. He was not your servant. Harold was my father, the king of Elbaf, and I'm the man you're looking for. I see. If not for thee, all this trouble would be avoided. Here in the real world, you deal with me and Elbaf. Remember that, clown. And Loki is ready to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I hope he goes crazy. I'm kind of glad Loki getting his 1v1 moment. Show me what he can do. Let me see some, Oda. Put some respect on my boy name. Give the community something to talk about. Come on, Oda. I believe in you. You got one job. He don't gotta win. I kind of want him to win. I know that might not be a popular opinion. I want niggas to take an L here and learn a lesson. It's the final. Y'all think that's the final villain. Da 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 da. Nigga. I want him to I want him to have a good showing. I want him to get some licks in. I don't know how and if this is possible. I mean, I do know Loki got the Conqueror's Haki output, and he one-shot his pops, who was like, I mean, I won't say he one-shot him, but like he did like lock in and effectively one-shot that nigga. Like, let's be honest. Who was, you know, Domi reversing and was immortal. So I don't know if it's possible to do damage to Imu here. Like, if anybody that's like, I'm talking about lasting damage, like damage that Imu cannot heal. I don't know if anybody on Elbaf has the skill set to do that, but I pray that we see Loki do it. I really wanted it to be Loki. I mean, it would be cool if it was Luffy as well, but I wanted to be Loki. I love Luffy, but you know, Loki defended his homeland, and this is one of the times where it's like the person defending their homeland alongside Luffy is, bro, this nigga's mighty. Like, we don't know exactly how strong he is, but he's up there in that tier with Luffy, and you cannot say that about a lot of niggas that have defended their homeland alongside Luffy. Now, it's very admirable that they were, you know, significantly weaker and they were still fighting for their homeland. I'm not trying to say that, like, I'm not trying to shit on niggas from the past. I'm just trying to say, like, I want a good showing from Loki because he's in a very unique position. And He's very important in the lore, you know. So yeah, Odie, you got one job. That chapter was amazing. I can't wait for next week.
It's kind of hard to say I'm having one, cause I done gave so many.